And we're here at the Lafayette courthouse. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the court experience that I had. Before I went in, I was expecting, like, once the doors were closed, they're going to be locked. The judge was going to be some old guy with, like, gray hair or white hair or whatever. And he was just going to be, like, a stern guy and, like, just no BS, just get to the point, get over with, and move on to the next thing. Um, and then during the experience, it was weird because like we showed up a little late for our hearing, and like they just let us walk through the door. I was like, we're gonna get yelled at by this cop that's standing by the door. We got to go to actually an interesting case. We got to hear the sentencing hearing for a child molestation and child rape. It was the dad that was committing the crimes against his own daughter, which like it was really weird and just it made me uncomfortable. To tie that to class, um, after the hearing was over, the judge spoke with me, and we talked about like the minimum sentencing, and he basically gave the dude or the man 80% of whatever the maximum sentence was, and uh, basically he did that because he was so disgusted by the crime and what had happened. And just by that, you could tell that he had a family, probably had kids of his own, and he was just like he took his glasses off when he was in the thing and just like shook his head a lot, and he was really, really, really disgusted. Um, and then my second point is I know in the readings it always said that it was the stereotypical white male that would commit these crimes, and lo and behold, we go into the courthouse, we get into our room, and it's a white male, and it was just like, wow, that stereotype really is true, at least for the most part. And my overall experience was it was like really cool. Like I've never been to a court before, and to get to go to something like that where the guy got sentenced to 56 years in prison, which I can't even fathom staying in prison for 56 years. Um, it was cool talking to the judge and like hearing his opinion on um, how he decided how many years the guy was going to get. Basically, he chose that because it was such a bad crime. Like I think he said it was almost as bad as or like one step below murder. Like this girl is just gonna be messed up for the rest of her life and have to live with that, knowing that her dad did all that stuff to her. Um, but I am glad that I got to see something interesting. I didn't want to go there and just have some boring like child support thing. And we got to actually see, like hear the judge and see or hear the judge give out the sentence to the guy, and just like see the process and how it worked. And hopefully, I will never find myself facing a judge, and I don't want to be in the criminal shoes in a courtroom ever.